up, tune in, take a sip. Start the day with laughs that hit. Coffee's hot, the jokes are prime. Coffee with Catfish Man, morning time. Through the fun, take a seat. Our daily chuckles can't be beat. Funny moments, sip by sip. Join us now, don't let it slip.
Good morning, folks. Time is 8:12 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 5th of June, 2025. Of course, that's the 6th for my friends on the other side of the planet, my friends in Australia, my friends in Melbourne. How's everybody doing today? Not just the folks in Australia. Around the world, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing amazing. My name's Lee. I'm the guy who started the group. Well, I thought it was funny. Group was so funny, I started it twice, and that worked out good for us, my friends. You're you. And you're awesome. How do I know you're awesome? Look at these two groups we created. Between the two, we've got over 778,000 members. And they're awesome. They weren't awesome before you got here. Therefore, you brought the awesome, my friends. Thank you for that. And thinking of that, think about that. 778,000 members. What are we? Funniest city on the internet, my friends. Population, us. Funny people in a funny place. And boy, do we make people laugh. Cheers to us, folks. So what's happening today, friends? What's going on in your life? Why don't you leave a quick comment on this video right now about what you're doing today? Just a quick little blurb or a long story, whatever you want. I want to hear about your day. I would love to hear about your day, and I'd love to talk about your day tomorrow. I heard from Michelle Finnerty yesterday. Got a funny story, actually. Michelle and the husband went and they got some plants. She was driving home, and she looked in her mirror, saw a spider, and almost swerved off the road, pissing the husband off a little bit. Turned out it was just one of the plants, and she forgot about it. I'm going to bring up that photo right now, and I'm sorry, it is funny. I'm laughing, but not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, Michelle. But oh my gosh, this is what she saw in her mirror. And for a split second there, she thought it was a spider. That's funny, Michelle. And once again, not in an insulting way. I'm so glad you shared that, because that's hilarious. Thank you, Michelle. Oh, and I also heard from Rose Glad. Rose Glad has started a new tricky pair of socks that she's knitting. The tricky part is she hasn't done this pattern before, so I expect they're going to look amazing. And I bet you in a few days we'll probably have a picture of some amazing socks that Rose completed. Rose, you do such great work. Can't wait to see that if you feel like sharing it with us. But thank you for sharing your day. We really appreciate that. And once again, folks, I want to hear about your day. I'm going to tell you about my day. Today, I'm going to the zoo. Wendy and I are going to be going to the zoo with her brother and her nephews and nieces and their kids. They just flew in from, her nephews and nieces just flew in this morning from Ottawa. Ottawa is 2,010 miles away from here, from Calgary. I'm telling you in miles because we have a lot of Americans in the group. It's a long, long way. Now, Wendy's brother decided to do the drive, so he drove from Ottawa to Calgary, and he got here a couple days ago. And he had a great time. He did some fishing along the way. He camped all along the way too, which was really cool. So that's what's happening today. We are going to go to the Calgary Zoo. Look up the Calgary Zoo if you're interested. It's a beautiful, beautiful zoo and a really good zoo. And let's see what else. Yesterday, we went for a steak dinner at a restaurant called Earl's. It's actually a chain here in Alberta. I had the steak, of course, because, hey, it's steak. I live in Alberta. That's the Look up Alberta beef, too, if you want to know why I get so excited about having steak. So that's what I did yesterday. That's what Michelle did yesterday. And that's what Rose Glad was doing yesterday. Probably today, too. And Rose, I forgot to ask, are you painting today? It's Thursday. Thursday is the day for painting, isn't it? So folks, I want to hear about your days too. Why don't you leave a quick comment on this video, or leave a long comment on this video. Share some photos if you want. Don't share some photos if you don't want. But we want to hear about your day, my friends. So leave a comment and maybe we'll talk about your day tomorrow. Got some really funny posts that I want to share with you today. Well, I'll say one is really funny and the other one amused me. Why do I say it that way? Well, because one of them I shared, and I don't want to be blowing my horn too much. But we're going to start off with the first one, which is from Ace's Edge. Now, probably a page that's following the group, but possibly a person. Either way, it's a funny post, and I'm going to bring it up right now. It's a funny post that hits close to home, though. So here we go. Got to wince a little bit. This is so true. Like last week I was driving, I had the radio on, which is pretty rare for me, and it was a classic station, and next thing I know I'm listening to She's Got the Look by Roxette. I'm like, that's not old? And then I started thinking, oh yeah, I guess it is old. Nobody likes aging, but you might as well laugh about it while you're doing it, my friends, and that's what I'm doing when I saw this. Thank you, Ace's Edge. I really appreciate that. And once again, I'm not sure if you're a person or a page, but either way, I appreciate that post. Now the next one, as I said, is from some jerk named Lee. Me. But it made me laugh, and I just saw it this morning, and it made me laugh really hard. I don't really have much to say about this one, because I always overthink these memes. Nothing to overthink, folks. It's simple and it's funny. I like to think that I'm simple and funny. I know the simple part's real. I hope those made you laugh, my friends. They made me laugh. And thank you again, Ace's Edge. I'm not going to thank myself because that'd be weird. And thank you to everybody for all your funny posts. I mean, that's why well over 750,000 people have found this place a good place to hang out, my friends. It's because of posts that you share. So keep them coming in, friends. That's how we stay funny. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Well, let's take a sip of coffee while I'm thinking about where I am. All right. I know I told you what time it was. And I know I told you what the date was on this side of the globe and on the other side of the globe for those folks in Melbourne. And then I talked about my day. I talked about my day yesterday. Talked about Michelle's day and that hilarious story. Thanks so very much, Michelle. I'm glad you weren't hurt swerving the car there. And of course, we mentioned that Rose Glad is starting started a new tricky pattern for a pair of socks. Looking forward to seeing the results. I'm sure they're going to be amazing. Then we shared a couple of posts. One of them I found super funny from Ace's Edge, and the other one I still found super funny, but I don't want to oversell it because I shared it from me. And then I thanked all of you folks for your amazing posts, because, that's why we are amazing. It's because of those amazing posts. And that got us here, where I feigned confusion. Well, feigned air quotes. I probably was confused. And then from here, where do we go? Once I get it all straightened out, you know where we go. We go right to the bad jokes. What goes vroom, screech, vroom, screech, vroom, screech? A dumb guy at a flashing red light. Why can't you borrow money from a leprechaun? They're always a little short. Takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do. My friend is obsessed with taking blurry photos of himself in the shower. He's got some serious self-esteem issues. My wife is furious at the neighbor who sunbathes naked in her yard. Me, personally, I'm on the fence. I've heard that people pick their nose, but I was just born with mine. Did you know that the earth is over 70% water and it's all uncarbonated? You might say the earth is flat. I'm selling a couple sock puppets. Is anyone interested in taking them off my hands? You know why anteaters rarely get sick? They're full of antibodies. Vampires aren't real. Well, unless you count Dracula. Sure, I'm glad you come back for those jokes, my friends, because the joke segment's a lot of work. It's worth it, though. Probably the most worthwhile part of the video, because it's the one I get the most feedback on, actually. That makes me feel good. I hear from people that tell me those jokes make them laugh. Well, that's the whole point of it. And I got some big thanks today for people that gave me jokes. I gotta thank my beautiful, wonderful wife, Wendy. The first 2 jokes that I told this morning are from her, and they made me laugh. And then the next 5 jokes, which brings us up to 7 jokes, comes from my friend Dave Knapp. I woke up this morning, I had 2 jokes already written down, but I thought I need 8 more jokes, and I was so tired. But I take a quick look at my email. There's an email from my friend Dave Knapp, and I knew that there were going to be jokes there, because Dave sends me jokes on a pretty regular basis, and I was right. So it was like a weight off my shoulders. So then I just needed to get 3 more jokes, and I got those last 3 jokes from this book here that I've showed off several times. Dad Jokes, the cheesy edition from @DadSaysJokes on Instagram and Facebook. No affiliation, just great series of books, super funny. And if any of you folks are part of this group and watch these videos, thank you so very much. You've brought a lot of laughs to a lot of people, especially in this group. So, I'm just showing my sources, folks. I'm not affiliated with them at all, but you gotta let people know where you got your jokes from, or else you're just stealing jokes, right? And speaking of jokes, I love the fact that Dave sends jokes in on a regular basis. I love the fact that Wendy sends in jokes on a regular basis. I got people that send in jokes. I love that. I want to tell your jokes too. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And if I tell your joke, you can be certain I'm going to give you credit for it, just like I'm doing right now for Dave, Wendy, and the folks at Dad Says Jokes. So send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. If you want to do something really cool, why don't you record yourself telling a joke and send that too to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Maybe one of these days you're going to click play on the video, we're going to get to the jokes, I'll introduce it, and then whammo! There you are telling a joke. That would be epic. Let's do it, my friends. Well, I haven't done this for a couple of days. I'm going to throw my cheesy little commercial that I made. Well, it's barely a commercial for our store. I know it's cheesy, but I tell you, it's great products, man. We've got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got these coffee cups that I'm always flashing. We've got a big 25-ounce to-go cup. We've got a lot of products there, my friends. I'm going to run the ad. I'm going to come right back, and then we're going to wrap things up. All right, folks, really quick. We have a great store where we've got these fantastic coffee cups. We've got hoodies. We got shirts. Heck, we got shirts. Look at this. We got shirts. This is my 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, like they call it. Why do I call it that? Because it reminds me of concert shirts that I used to get when I go to concerts. I still get them. I still go to concerts. That's what this reminds me of. We got shirts, we got hoodies, we got a regular t-shirt. I'm going to bring that up right now. You can see all three of them right there, my friends. They look great. They're great quality, and they're going to look good on you because you're already a gorgeous looking person. Gorgeous looking person, great design. Wow, unstoppable. I also got a 25-ounce to-go cup. Really good quality cup. Keep your hot beverages hot, your cold beverages cold, and look good and represent the group at the same time. What else do I have? I got this great tote bag. That's Rose Glad there with her tote bag saying not only is it good for groceries, it's good for books. And as you can see right there, it's great for hauling around your rubber chickens. Thank you, Rose. That rocks, and you rock, Rose. Folks, check out our store. We got a lot of cool stuff there, and I'm sure there's going to be something there for you. And if you buy one of our shirts or our hoodie or one of those coffee cups, or we have a phone case, we've got stickers, let's see how you represent, my friends. So visit the store at store.wellithoughtitwas.com. Thank you for watching that, my friends. I really do hope you check out our store. You know, it's a bad commercial, but it's great products. It really is. I'm very proud of what we have in there, and they look great. And I'm telling you, I'm not lying when I say that people do ask you about it. I'm wearing my shirt. People ask me about the shirt. I'm wearing the hoodie. People ask me about the hoodie. It's pretty cool. I've added several people to the group that way, my friends. You know, I'm gonna wrap up this video, my friends, because we got stuff we gotta do. We gotta go to the zoo, and I gotta wake up. I really do. And I don't mean to shortchange you or anything like that. I'm just letting you know what's happening. So before we wrap up, though, you know, I got a few things I'd like to say. And that first one, thank you for making us awesome. We are only awesome because of your awesome posts, the fact that you come here, the fact that you share things, and you know, we'd be nothing without that. We're over 750,000 people. I like to say we're on a race for 1 million. You know, of course, you gotta cross your fingers when you say stuff like that, because there are people that believe in jinx out there. But if we never got a new person to the group, but we had this group that we have right now, we'd still be the funniest city on the internet, because that's what we are. We're the best group on the internet, my friends. And I really do hope we hit 1 million. I absolutely do. But I am so happy with where we are, with what we are and where we are right now, my friends. You absolutely rock, and you've made us rock. And I gotta say thank you for that. So thank you for that. I'm gonna be here again tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be here again tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a few new people. Even if we don't, once again, we're the funniest city on the internet already, and we're already the best group on the internet, my friends. You know, I'm going to see you again tomorrow, my friends. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it was funny.